Hey peeps, welcome back. We are talking The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 14, Episode 2. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope everyone didn't overeat. I totally overate. I had a great time with family and friends, good food, good drinks, and I hope that all of you peeps did as well. I have not watched The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. However, I have seen on social media that it is a really touching episode. I will be watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City right after I post this video. Also, I was supposed to get all of these watched and posted yesterday, which was Saturday, but it was the Ohio State versus Michigan game, and I don't know a lot about the sports, but I live in Ohio. My son goes to the Ohio State University, so of course I had to watch the game. It was a big thing. Okay, so we lost. Ohio State lost for the fourth year in a row. So I just wanted to say congratulations to Michigan. You won fair and square. All right, you guys, let's get into the show. So before we get into the show, I do want to make a correction. My last video, I said that I thought that party that Sutton had was in her backyard. And I kept wondering, when did her backyard get to be this big? It looks so different than her backyard. Come to find out, this was actually held at an event center. It was not Sutton's backyard, so I was totally wrong about that. The episode picks up right where it left off with Kyle and Dorit having a conversation, and Dorit was pretty much handling Kyle's ass, and I was here for it. I'm team Dorit, for sure.
It's exactly what I expected. You think I'm some idiot.
I feel like the closer she got with Morgan, the further she got from me.
I said that, God forbid, the worst thing in the world, and then you decided, no, now I'm gonna show her. Why not just come to me and say to me, Dorit, I'm mad at you for this.
I was struggling, Dorit.
That doesn't mean because you're struggling, you can just treat me like shit.
I've been a good friend. I don't care what you say. Just because you say it doesn't make it true.
A friend?
Yes? Could you give me a little grace?
I think I did. A little bit too much. And when you get to the point that you can go publicly and say that I exaggerate our friendship, grace time is over.
I laughed so hard when Kyle tried to act as if Dorit lacks accountability. And I was just thinking, what? When she said that she lacks self-awareness and is oblivious to the feelings of others, now you know for sure. Last season, I agreed with some of that. The way that she totally had zero self-awareness with the situation that happened with her and Garcelle. However, with this situation between her and Kyle, no ma'am. No ma'am. I have yet to see Kyle take any responsibility for the demise of their friendship. She keeps changing her mind about what the fight is over. That whole BravoCon thing is such bullshit. Everyone can see that Dorit was just joking. Totally. What are you talking about, ma'am? And then the situation at the reunion with Kathy, Dorit was right. Kathy just wanted Kyle to take a little accountability, and Dorit thought that she was helping. She was trying to help. Everyone else on all the couches were getting involved. So why was it such a big deal that Dorit got involved? I think that Kyle is making up reasons to be upset with Dorit. And I think it's her way of trying to avoid her own bullshit. And I agree when Dorit said a person that's going through a hard time does not give you the right to mistreat other people. It doesn't give you a right to be a complete jackass. And that whole grace time is over. I said, wait a minute. Dorit has really decided that she is going all the way back to season 7, Dorit. She is not here for the bullshit. You are not getting any more grace. She feels as if she has given you enough time and space for you to do the right thing and say, hey, I am sorry for my part. If Kyle would have stood at that table and started the conversation off by saying, first of all, I'm sorry for what's going on with you and PK. Second of all, listen, both of us have been through some shit. We are both going through a hard time, and I know that some of the things that I have done and said have not been okay. I'm sorry for X, Y, and Z. and then let Dorit apologize for what she's sorry for. They could have worked all of this out with no problems. But no, she wanted to sit there and try to play the victim and try to manipulate and dance in Dorit's face. And Dorit said no. Dorit says that she is no longer that girl that we've seen the last 2 years. She is bigger, better, and stronger. And she said, F Kyle and this bullshit. And I am not mad. I am not mad. Then she stuck her middle finger up and she's done. I said, well, okay. I think that she's finished. They gave us a little more time with Bose this episode. I really like her. Bose is a great addition. She says that she's worked in the corporate world for 25 years. She was named by Forbes #1 most influential CMO in the world. She's been on the Fastest Company's 100 most creative people. Ebony named her one of the most powerful executives in the world. And she says, should I go on? Listen, honey, yes, give us all of the details. Bose seems to be a lovely person. So far, I think she's a great addition to the show. She's beautiful. Her personality is really beautiful. She's vulnerable. She's open. And so far, she seems extremely honest. I like her. I can't wait to see what kind of friends Bose and Dorit turn into. They have a really good chemistry. And right now at this time, Dorit does need more friends. She's sort of friends light this season. So I'm here to see what happens between the two of them. I love that now that she is retired, she said that she wants to be her own boss. She's got her own companies. She's doing her own thing. She's also wants to empower other women. She's doing workshops for different podcasts. She is out here just living her best life, and I appreciate that. I think it's always good to keep moving, keep going. You know, she said that if she had $1 for every time somebody asked her, you know, how did she get to the corner office, she would be a millionaire. And then she bust out laughing and she said, well, she means a bigger millionaire. So you go, girl. I have 0 millions. Anyway. Then she tells us a little bit about her husband. She said that she was always out there looking for her Prince Charming. Then enters Peter Daniel St. John. She says he was a gingerhead Italian background, gold chain wearing, no black friends type of guy. And they just worked out. They were truly cute, I thought. You know, I'm so sorry for her loss. They have a beautiful daughter. And I just want to say, you know, cancer does suck. You know, after we get fully downloaded on Who is Bose, we move over to Kyle, who meets up with Sutton for drinks. Production, why does she trust Kyle? And she said, who said I trust her? And keep it that way, Sutton. Keep that same energy. Don't trust her. We have seen the way she treated you last season and the season before that. Girl, you better quit playing with Kyle. Kyle is always the one that smiled up in Sutton's face, collected all the information, and ran back and told all of it. Put her own little spin on it. She always put 10 on 5. Don't trust her. So Sutton tries to give Kyle a little advice, and Kyle, she's being Kyle.
When it comes to money, people can be different.
Everything we have is 50-50. The agency is also mine, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
First of all, he always says it, and written in his book, if it was not for my wife.
Men do not like parting with their money.
Trying to hold everything close to her vest. She doesn't really want to share much. Kyle cannot be this ridiculous. Talking about how her and Maurizio care about each other. They love each other so much. And she's not worried. She's not thinking about anything. And Sutton said, and I'm paraphrasing because this is the same thing that I have always thought in my head. When you get married to somebody, everything is wonderful. Everything is lovely. You love each other, you know, with everything in you. But when you get ready to divorce and you start talking about assets and money, things change. People are not going to be that same guy that you thought they were. That wife is not going to be that same woman that you thought she was. Everything changes at that point. She's talking about she's 50% owner of the agency. She's talking about how he's always telling people that without her, he wouldn't have been able to do any of this stuff. He put it in his book. He said it on his show. Sutton was absolutely right. Who gives a shit? He could have wrote it in the sky. It does not matter. It does not matter when you go to court. The thing is, this was a real conversation in my opinion. And I think that Sutton was honestly trying to help Kyle. she's gone through a divorce and she worked that out pretty well. She knows what's going on. She knows how it's going to happen. But Kyle is so determined to try to pull the wool over everyone's eyes and make everyone think that her and Mauricio are different from everybody else. One thing is for sure, Sutton's been through a divorce already, and she absolutely knows how to secure the bag. She ended up with enough money to buy that house in Beverly Hills. She's got a estate on a country club in Augusta, Georgia, some daggone where. She has an apartment in New York City, and she's getting that $350,000 a month. So she knows what she's talking about. Kyle needs to absolutely hire an attorney and start looking into this. Don't wait till the last minute, because you best believe Mauricio is not somewhere waiting. I bet that man has already gotten all of his ducks in a row and is just waiting to pull the trigger. That when Kyle starts talking to Sutton about Dorit, she is just completely shocked that she's not able to play these same games with Dorit that she has been playing with everyone else. She's not going to be able to gaslight Dorit. She's not going to be able to manipulate her. And Dorit is not willing to accept any fake ass apology. And I think that has got Kyle shook. So Dorit and Erica go meet at Bose's house, which her house I thought was absolutely beautiful. She lets them know that they need to take off their shoes at the door. However, she's got these really nice little slippers for them to put on, and I thought those were really cute. Her house is very eclectic, but I liked it. So Dorit gives Bose an explanation as to why her and Kyle are arguing. When Bose asks her, what is the real reason for all of this? Dorit says, I don't know, because she keeps changing up. And that is true. Dorit explains to Bose that Kyle thought she was going to come into that conversation, play the victim, make Dorit feel bad for her, and then Dorit would just get over it. And she says she's not doing that anymore. And I don't blame her. As Dorit was going on and on, Erica decided to jump into the conversation. I guess she said, well, I am at work and I did drive all the way over here. So she jumps in like a game of double dutch and, trying to get in. And she says that she does understand both sides. She can see where Dorit is coming from. She can also see where Kyle is coming from. She says while all the girls are here in Encino arguing and fussing with each other, the boys are out living their best life. They are out there living their single life, having a real good time. And that is the truth. I tell you, at this rate, Dorit has shared way more information about her and PK's relationship than Kyle and Mauricio have shared in the last 5 seasons. She goes ahead to let everyone know that PK and her had been getting into arguments when he was drinking. The arguments would last for a very long time, and then he moved out and he had been gone for a while. So she said that telling the kids that he's at the hotel is not really a big deal because this has been going on for a while now. I felt bad for the kids. This is a lot, and their children are small. Erica said that she can understand why Dorit didn't say anything because she's been telling them all this time that everything was good between them, and no one wants to go back and admit that they lied. But I think that if this had been going on for as long as it's been going on, I would have at least shared this information with one of the girls. I mean, most likely I would have shared it with them off camera. But you know how that goes when you're talking to reality girls. Sometimes even if you share it off camera and beg them not to go back and tell other people and not to say it on camera, they still do. All right, you guys, sorry about my voice. My cold that I had for weeks, it feels like it's coming back with a vengeance. I have no idea what the heck is going on. I think it's this crazy Ohio weather. Anyway, Sutton has decided that she wants to do something nice for Kyle. So she's going to have herself, Kathy, and Erica go over to Kyle's house. They're going to have pizza and PJ. Sutton lets everyone know that Kyle told her that in Mauricio's office, there was a picture of him and Kyle there. He replaced that picture with a picture of him and Emma from Dancing with the Stars. And Kyle was really upset and brokenhearted by it. Now, to be honest, that would break my heart too. It really would. But you're separated. You're spending all that time with Morgan. You said that he moved out of the house. So is he really using that office? Because if not, just get rid of it and try to move on. Both of you are public with this breakup. This shit is going to happen. It's going to continue to happen. especially as long as you're not talking about getting back together and you're both stating that you're free to see other people. This is bound to happen. However, I think that he did that to hurt her feelings. In my opinion, why would you do that? Why would you replace a picture of you and your wife to put a picture of you and your dancing partner, alleged dating partner at the time, on your desk? It would be one thing if you left you and Kyle's picture there and then put another picture of you and Emma there wearing, your outfits from your highest rated dance number. That would be something different, because then I would think, oh, he's just celebrating the moment. I thought that was rude, and that would have definitely broke my heart for sure. Erica said, well, Tom had a picture of the woman he was effing under his desk, but who is she to judge? And I laughed my ass off because that lady was a judge. And I remember when that fallout happened, Tom allegedly having that affair with that judge. Yikes. Kathy, Sutton, and Erica try to figure out how they're going to get into the gates at Kyle's house. And I thought, why don't you just ring the bell and say, hey, it's Kathy. I'm just here real quick to drop something off. They decided they were going to pretend to be Amazon. And I laughed my ass off listening to Kathy try to get into character. And then she says, I'm thinking about my outfits and the brown truck. And then she said, wait, no, that's UPS. We're talking Amazon. Oh my goodness. Then she tries to give her best impersonation of a man delivering Amazon. I thought it was hilarious. They just accepted that this was an Amazon delivery, opened up the door. I said, you know what? Kyle may need to get a camera down at the gates. I wouldn't just let anybody in. This doesn't make sense. This is not good security. I thought this idea was super cute. They're making these pizza boxes that Sutton ordered from somewhere, which I'm pretty sure wherever she got these from, they are about to have an influx in business because it was so cute. Everything was in their own individual box. I thought that was really cute. Kathy brought them matching pajamas, and it was a great idea. And I said, I can see myself doing this for my girlfriends and my sisters. Anyway, I thought that Kathy trying to be supportive of Kyle, making little funny comments about Maurizio. It was really nice of Kathy to try to be supportive of her sister. I appreciated her getting into confessionals and talking about Mauricio's comments on Hilton and Highland. I feel like that she does have her right to say her side. Like they say, there's 3 sides to every story. Maurizio and Kyle's side, Kathy and her husband's side, and then what really happened. And she doesn't talk about it very much. So I would like to hear her full version of how things went down. Her saying how he has aged and his workout routine. In all fairness, Mauricio could say the same thing about Kyle. Remember, she's got that crazy workout routine too. They both have grown up. They have both aged. I personally think they both look amazing. Maurizio is still a very handsome guy. I think that they all gave her some good advice. She's still not listening to them. She definitely needs to get an attorney and quit faking, quit playing, quit acting like this is not real. You guys have been separated for a very long time, and whether you want to admit it or not, it looks like you are in a relationship with Morgan, and he is clearly in a relationship with a new lady now. It's all over paparazzi. They are hugging, they are kissing. He is picking this woman up. They are in the ocean. They are frolicking. It is a real deal. Go see an attorney and quit playing. Sutton making that comment that her husband hasn't sent her flowers in years and she didn't get anything for Mother's Day. Erica was absolutely right. You're getting a check. You're getting $350,000 a month. That man said, buy your own damn flowers and fuck off. I'm just saying, does she deserve flowers? Yes. Is she the mother of his children? Yes. But is he still required to buy her flowers? Absolutely not. Girl, go on somewhere. Sutton making that comment that the $350,000 a month doesn't mean anything. Girl, bye. Okay, now you have lost your damn mind. I'd take an extra $3,500 a month, okay? It means something. The only thing I didn't like is that Sutton brought up the stupid desk. I said, why do that? You guys came over there to cheer her up. Why bring up the desk when you know that she's going to think about that photo? Next thing you know, after she escorts everybody out, she goes right into that office and shuts that door and locks it. Her heart is broken. Thanks a lot, Sutton. Then Dorit meets up with PK, and the first thing he does is order that Wagyu beef and oysters, and I thought, your house is in possible foreclosure. How can you afford the Wagyu beef and the oysters? I'm just saying. PK is a full-on mess. He says he is single PK. He got himself a whole new wardrobe, and Dorit was devastated. She said, we've only been separated for 48 hours, and now he's single PK. I said, Dorit, I think he's been single PK for a very long time. I really do. I would not be surprised if single PK had a girlfriend here in America and in England. I think this PK has been single for quite some time.
You were a very socially vibrant, busy, always with me, and you're not that anymore. You came to me a very, very different girl. It was me that was the global entrepreneur. It was me that had built the businesses. It was me that brought you with me, and you made me feel less than.
Which is the last thing in the world I would want to do for you.
So PK is done. You can tell he is over it. He has sobered up and decided that he doesn't want to be in this relationship anymore, in my opinion. But what I didn't love at all was, it seems to me that he fell in love with a younger Dorit, a different version of Dorit. And now he's acting as if he is completely surprised that this grown woman has become independent. She's more mature. She's the mother of his 2 children. And he is upset that she doesn't want to go out and jet set and hang around all of his drinking buddies and friends. No, ma'am. She is a mom now. And not only that, she's the mom of your children, okay? Most times when women start to have children, they'd much rather be at home with their children than out in the street partying with you and your drunk ass friends. When you become a parent, there's a time where you have to put down your party lifestyle and you have to focus on being there for those children. They become your number 1 priority. And it seems to me that PK is really upset that she's not making him the number 1 person in her life, that she is out here making her own money and trying to start her own businesses and trying to be there for her children in every way possible. Instead, he wants her to be up his butt 24/7. I think Dorit really does need to have a little soul searching. He's not here for you anymore. He married the Dorit who relied on him for everything, and he is not ready for this version of her in any way. PK is still in love with the Dorit that depended on him for everything, that needed him for anything. The one who was always, this is PK's wife. He loved the trophy wife. He doesn't love the Dorit that she is now. She's too independent for him. I feel as if PK and Mauricio really do want to divorce. And I think that Kyle and Dorit are not sure. I think that they're both walking a line that the men have already crossed and they're okay with. When PK makes that comment that he doesn't always like Dorit, I know that it's hard to hear, but I believe that she doesn't always like PK either. I think a lot of couples, whether you're married or not, you have those days where you don't even like your spouse. And it's not that you don't love them. You just don't like them in that moment. Sutton and Erica and Kathy too, they need to roll down to Dorit's house and see if they can have that same conversation that they had with Kyle with Dorit. Because Dorit needs to go ahead and pull the trigger, get you an attorney and start working this stuff out. Because I don't think PK is coming back. That's just my opinion. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.